Good morning. I welcome everyone here. I am from Atwater Methodist Church, which is about an hour and 10 minutes from here. Coming this morning was a challenge, but I'm glad to be here. It was on a dark and stormy night. Well, no, it was in the afternoon. And the women never had keys in those days for the churches. And the custodian forgot to unlock it. So 8 women met on the front steps of the church. The year was 1869, March 23rd. 8 women met. Finally, the custodian came and let them in. They wrote a constitution and organized the Methodist Women's Foreign Missionary Society. Foreign missionary. Well, those women that met in March raised enough money by November to send 2 missionaries out into the world. They sent Isabella Thoburn, an educator, and Dr. Clara Swain, a doctor, medical doctor, to India. If you go to India today, you will find there is a college 150 years later named for Isabella Thoburn. It is still a vibrant college that she began those many years ago. Well, that's where it all started. United Methodist Women started with those 8 women. And today our total membership is over 1 million. We began being in mission and serving others those 150 years ago. We have broadened our missions over the years. We have 148 international outreach missions. We have 8 regional missionaries and about 100 missionary sites in the United States. 7 of those sites are in Ohio. We are one of the states that has the highest number of mission sites. There is the Wesley Education Center for Children and Families in Cincinnati. It was established in 1920. It has a preschool and a daycare center. There's a community development for all people in Columbus, Ohio. This is a fairly new center. It has training programs, after-school programs, and a community garden. There's a Wesley Community Center in Dayton, Ohio. It transitions families towards self-sufficiency with spiritual and basic needs. There's the Friendly Center in Toledo, Ohio, established in 1923. It's noted for its free lunch programs and its GED classes. There are 3 in this area. The one is in Cleveland. It is the West Side Community House. It was established in 1890. They're noted for the most special program that they run is a summer program for girls, ages 10 through 18. They only accept 35 girls into this program. It is an 8-week intensive program of the arts, drama, music, the arts of drawing and painting and creative arts. We were so proud because in 2014 at our National Assembly in Louisville, Kentucky, these 35 girls performed in front of the entire assembly. In Youngstown, Ohio, there is the United Methodist Community Center. There's one in Youngstown and one in Warren now. The one in Youngstown was created and established in 1922. The Warren Center in 2006. The Youngstown Center had so many people at it, and that many of them were coming from the Warren area, they decided to establish their own center there. The special program at Youngstown is that they have a veterans program. It has served 129 veterans as of 2015. It has provided them with education. It has personal support and helping them to find employment. The Warren Center has an emphasis on serving the needs of the children and fellowship in that area. They have found that there's a great need for people to come together to enjoy being together and serving Christ together. All of the mission outreach sites have one purpose: to serve our women, children, and youth. But they also serve the family unit, because that's what we are. In 2015, we used $13.4 million to serve these spots. They are the donations and the earnings of every unit, every conference, every district, wherever there is a United Methodist spot. It's what you earned at the rummage sale that goes toward those things. It is our mission giving. So why do we serve others? It's because we serve others for Christ. Christ served us, now we serve others. In mission work, you forget about yourself. You forget about your problems. You don't think about your reward, and you focus totally on making certain that the people who you are serving can see Christ in you. In 2010, United Methodist Women changed their tagline to say, "Faith, hope, and love in action." It's through mission that we do that. You don't have to go halfway around the world to serve. Create an Ubuntu Day here. What is Ubuntu? Ubuntu is being in mission. It is the coming together of God's people to celebrate God's presence and to promote action on the behalf of our neighbors. The caring and sharing with others so we can meet the needs of those people. Remember, this is a shared mission. It's working with others. It's not a mission. It's so you work with others to serve others. I served on an Ubuntu team in 2014 in Louisville, Kentucky. It was only for a day, but what a difference it made. My small group was 8 women. Well, almost. I had a 17-year-old, and the oldest was 81. Now remember, there was only 8 of us. You can imagine the spread. We worked at a community center. It was not United Methodist, because we don't serve just our centers. They were trying to organize a summer program, but they had one problem. They didn't know what they had or what they needed. Many, many plastic tubs later and many bags of garbage, cleaned out 3 storage rooms and a stage in the gym of all kinds of clutter. We pooled our money together and bought some needed supplies that they needed. Basic needs: paper towels, light bulbs, cleaning supplies. and a vacuum cleaner to replace 3 that we couldn't repair. Hot, dirty, and very tired by the time we got picked up at 4 o'clock. But the faces of the students that stopped by after school made it all worth our while to know that God was in that place. So, where do you see mission? Where do you see mission opportunity in your community? Is there a soup kitchen that needs volunteers? Is there a retirement home that they'd love to learn a line dance or even play bingo? Is there a shelter that could use an extra pair of hands to paint a room or clean it? You are the hands and feet of Christ. In Joshua it says, "But as for me and my family, we will serve the Lord." In my church, we have a job chest, just an ordinary little box, and there's cards in it. And anybody can put a job in that box that needs to be done around their home. Doesn't matter how big, how small. We then have some youth and some men that get together when there's a job placed in it, and they do the work. Sometimes it's just raking somebody's yard, or it could be fixing the garage door that they don't have the money for to fix. It's whatever it is. It's still mission. As we serve others, we are blessed by God for caring of the least of our brothers and sisters. That doesn't mean that they are lower than us. It just means that they have needs that we can fulfill. It's our care. It's our sharing. It's a portion of the blessings we've been given by God. We each have different gifts. We need to give them back to God in service. I certainly would not make a good carpenter, but I can teach a group of children. What is your gift? What is your talent? Or what is your passion? You need to share that passion with another person. Create a mission and use your skills for someone else. I know that first step of taking the risk is what's hard. Trust me, I know. I've been there. I forgot to tell you that little mission group that I was in, I was the leader. Not something I'd planned on. I was that leader because of the office I hold in United Methodist Women as a national officer. I wasn't really into that whole mission thing of going out on the limb and working in Ubuntu. I do work, but I don't go out. That wasn't what I did. But the experience changed me. I don't feel afraid to step out. I don't feel afraid to take the risk. The experience also humbled me. I sat and sorted and tested markers for an hour. Now, wait a minute, you laugh. It was a tub full. There was like 500 markers. The staff was overwhelmed. There was only 3 staff people. There was no way they could have ever accomplished this. This was May. They wanted this program to start in mid-June. They would have never accomplished it. We gave them the hands they didn't have. You know what? That was a mission. You can do it. You can sit and scribble out markers for hours. But it's you. What is your task? What can you do? You don't have to be able to build a house to be in mission. Well, are you ready to be in mission? Are you ready to create that Ubuntu here? You need to pray about it. You need to talk about it to your friends. And then you need to take initiative and do it. You need to have faith. You need to give hope to someone else and put your love into action.